Hello, thanks for joining us. Welcome to Sydney's Eastern Creek Raceway in beautiful weather conditions for the running of the 2007 CMON Cables Australian Karting Nationals. In excess of 400 of the nation's leading drivers here doing battle, well, for the honour of being crowned Australia #1. Beside me is karting expert Matt Payne.
Thanks very much, David. It's wonderful to be here. People have converged on Eastern Creek from all over Australia. There's been a lot of planning that's gone into this event, and this weekend promises some fantastic racing.
Wherever you might be watching around the country, stay with us over the next hour. 5 finals coming your way on part 1 of our Australian Karting Nationals special, and then the second hour with the remaining 5 finals on May the 3rd. There's the grid in the first final for Junior National Heavy in the CMON Cabling sponsored event. And of course, it doesn't matter what form of motorsport you choose to talk about. Many of the world's greatest drivers have emerged from this class. Karting is the nursery for the superstars of tomorrow. Let's hear the thoughts now of Byron Bateson on how he'll go in this first race.
Byron, first time to Eastern Creek, come from Tasmania. How's it going?
It's not going too well for us so far. We started out the weekend, we thought we started out all right in practice, but we've sort of gone a bit backwards during the heats.
Coming up from Tasmania, it's a huge effort.
Yeah, it is. There's a lot of travelling time involved, which is also a lot of money, travelling on the Spirit and stuff. It's not cheap, but we try our hardest. We try to get to a lot of mainland events, and so yeah, it's not easy.
Okay, here we go now. Start time in the Junior National Heavy finale at the Australian Karting Nationals, and have a look at the boys go. No place for the faint-hearted, and Amrit Candola is your race leader. Nice tight shot of them as they race up the side of the circuit the first time.
Yeah, first lap, good start there from Candola. He started out really well. He came here this weekend really wanting to walk away with 2 national titles. He's out of Perth in Western Australia and has done a lot of testing around this Eastern Creek circuit.
Oh, there's been a problem further back in the pack. You can see one of the young drivers there trying to escape over the fence. There's been a couple of karts involved in an off-track excursion, unfortunately. But they are A-OK as we now focus back up front. Blake Siberis, good start by him in kart number 68. He lies in second on the circuit behind our early leader, Amrit Candola. You can see how tightly packed they are.
Yeah, top 3 nose to tail here. Darcy Kondaparakis, one of the local drivers here, sitting in 3rd place. Looks as though there's been a chassis change for the Nationals as well. Looks as though he's driving a Monaco chassis there for the Parramatta Kart Warehouse team.
Matt, as the pictures clearly show, this is an ultra-competitive form of karting. Tell our viewers about the Junior National Heavy category.
For sure, they all use a Yamaha KT100J engine and a Dunlop SL1 tyre. Develops around 9 or 10 horsepower. The J engine is sort of the perfect breeding ground for these young guys to move up to faster categories.
So Amrit Candola is still the leader, but he's being hounded by Blake Siberis. There he is now on screen in kart number 68. You can see him tucking himself behind the steering wheel, trying to get the airflow over the top of the helmet. A lot of young kids in reality taking part in this class. Is Joshua Tanti now on screen in 33. So he's moved up to 3rd. So Kondaparakis has fallen out of the battle, Matt.
Yeah, he's just dropped behind Josh Tanti there. The Tanti family very involved in karting here at Eastern Creek International Karting Raceway and with the North Shore Kart Club. Pretty much all of them race. I think they've got about 5 in the family that get out and race practically every weekend.
This arguably the best karting facility in the country. You can see there a problem for the driver of 63. That's Aaron Johnson. He'll take no further part in this one.
And a problem there also for Brenton Mountjoy in the 49.
No change up front. As I was saying, terrific facility here at Eastern Creek, adequately hosting in excess of 400 competitors this weekend. Logistical challenge, that would be a gross understatement, just cramming the transporters and trailers and trucks into the pits. And the North Shore Kart Club has been licensed to host the event in 2007. And congratulations to the team at North Shore Kart Club on the job they've done this weekend. It's really gone without a hitch. And some poor weather during the lead-up too, which certainly caused a few heart flutters for organisers.
Yeah, it's thrown the cat amongst the pigeons throughout the racing this weekend. Got a good shot there of kart number 70. That's Brendan Nelson. He's out of Toowoomba in Queensland. Again, he's been travelling down to Eastern Creek, doing a lot of racing over the last 12 months leading up to this national title.
This is first and second. You're watching highlights of the Junior National Heavy finale at the Australian Karting Nationals, presented by CMON Cabling. And there's no doubt the driver of kart 68 now on screen, Blake Siberis, has not given up the chase. He is really giving our race leader plenty of headaches, the leader being Amrit Kondola.
Yeah, you can see here Siberis right on Candola's bumper as they come through the turn. You notice there's a blue plate on the front of Candola's kart. That means that he is a current state champion in this class. Look at Siberis. He doesn't really normally drive in this category. He's normally in the Junior National Light category, but he's really giving the vastly experienced Candola some hurry up.
They were great pictures, those slow-mo replays. Have a look at the battle up front. This is going to go right down to the checkered flag. Candola is very much under siege now from Siberis. The driver of 68, I've got the feeling, is going to go for an inside slingshot as soon as that passage presents itself. He has a look over the shoulder. There's no one there. Just keep looking straight ahead, son.
Yeah, that's it. Don't even worry about that as we cross back to this battle. It's Nelson chasing down Mitchell Parkinson. Another Sydney sider is Parkinson. Done a lot of laps around this circuit. And also involved there is Nicholas Tanti, who's of course the twin brother of Joshua that we saw earlier.
What are the average age of the competitors in Junior National Heavy, and what sort of cost to go racing, Matt?
Somewhere between the 11 and 15 age mark, and to get out on the track in this sort of category, it is one of the cheaper ones to maintain the J engine. You're probably looking at a starting base of around $2,000.
There they are. The battle for first and second intensifies. There's no doubt that Siberis in second in the 68 kart is quicker. He is climbing all over the back of Candola. Candola is entitled to use all of the racetrack and then some more as a means of defending his race lead. Good stuff from the boys in the Junior National Heavy. As we have a look back further in the pack, there are battles raging all over the circuit, with number 4 Nicholas Tanti leading that pack that is currently on screen.
Yeah, he's got through on Darcy Kondoparakis there. Kondoparakis has drifted back through the field as this race has worn on, so they've just missed the setup. I know that they were a little bit disappointed by where they finished in this race. They've drifted back through the field. They're third or fourth at the moment.
Leader is still Candola. That man on screen in 68 lies in second. Well, this has been a fabulous battle, really showcasing karting at the highest level at this Eastern Creek venue. 1,024 metres in length, and you could see it. Siberis, he had a look up on the inside as we drift back further in the pack and have a look at some of the other action. And the scrap for second and third, fourth and fifth is electric.
Magnificent battle there. Also involved is Daniel Ostoisen. He's another one that's come through the junior ranks, done a lot of laps around here. A four-way battle for the final podium spot here at Eastern Creek. It's a big battle between four local drivers, but look at Siberis. He's really got the hammer down, and a lot of people are keeping an eye on young Blake through his efforts here at Eastern Creek this weekend.
He's very aggressive.
Indeed he is. The last lap, only 1,024 metres between Blake Siberis and the National Championship. The same for Amrit Candola. Can he hang on?
Separated by half a metre. Candola spending plenty of time having a look. He's fairly concerned about the man behind him, or the kid behind him. Let's get it right. Through the left-hander, then they flick right. Who will it be? You can see the battle. And Candola is really driving defensively. He knows the man in 68 is infinitely quicker. And there's nothing between this pair. Siberis in 68 as they come toward the checkered flag here. And Candola, your leader, with a couple of corners to run through the S as they charge. And have a look at this. Here he comes now. What a pass there by Siberis. He's taken it. Magnificent race. That's what it's all about. Driver of kart 68, Siberis, snatched it in the final stages. Candola will be filthy. Let's hear from the race winner. He'll be delighted.
With Blake Siberis, winner of Junior National Heavy. Blake, last corner win. Excellent stuff.
Yeah, it was a great move, but Candola wasn't too happy after the race, and stuff like that.
But that's racing, eh?
Yep.
Must be pretty happy. Is that your first national title?
Yep.
Good stuff.
Thanks.
Yeah, it was a great race, all right, and a terrific event to start our coverage of the Simon Cables Australian Karting National, Sydney's Eastern Creek Raceway. In excess of 400 competitors here. If you've just joined us, and right now it's time for the final of Senior National Heavy. Big field here, 39 karts to do battle. And Corey Lean will start on pole in kart number 44. As the Simon grid flicks over, you can see the drivers involved here. And just prior we saw the junior national heavy, now Matt the senior national heavy. And one of the drivers involved here is Lloyd Billick. He's starting from position number 6 in Kart 1. Here's his thoughts on the race meeting.
With Lloyd Billick, Lloyd, defending champion, does that place any pressure on you coming into this event?
Yeah, it does, but it's also good to know that we've already won it, and you got to have it to lose it, don't you? So we are struggling a little bit off pace, but there's still one more race to go, so we'll see how we go.
Last year you won at home in Western Australia. This year in New South Wales, you're out to prove that that you are the best.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, always trying to prove that we're the best. It is a hard race to win. It's a little bit tough over here this weekend, but yeah, hopefully we can get up there.
Minimum age here for drivers in this class, 16, and we are underway now in the final of senior national heavy. Waters and Dorado up front, and it is Dorado, the early race leader, as they come up the hill on the side of the circuit the first time. Daniel Stein lies in second, the driver of 88. Once again, a fiercely competitive class, and our highlights of this race will show you that.
Yeah, you've got Matthew Waters has dropped back to third there. He's not long moved up to senior racing and doing a great job in this national title. A lot of pressure on him coming into this event. Speaking of pressure, our pole sitter Corey Lane, it's been an absolute tragedy for him. He's had to pull in with a problem before the race even got underway.
You're watching highlights of the Simon Cables Australian Karting Nationals for 2007. We've got a change of lead up front. Daniel Stein slamming the kart up on the inside. It was a lovely pass. Didn't even touch Matty Dorado. Nice clean overtaking manoeuvre. 13 lies third on the circuit. Matthew Waters. That's a lovely action shot as they slipstream up the side of the venue.
Yeah, you've got Waters and Dorado there, second and third as they run on the racetrack. Then in fourth place you've got Lloyd Billick, the defending national champion out of Western Australia. Considering he's right on the hammer of two guys that race here locally weekend in, weekend out, that's a pretty good effort from the West Aussie.
Well, we heard his thoughts on the way the meeting's going for him just prior to the start of this race, and he said they'd been off the pace, but didn't appear to be overly concerned when you spoke to him, Matt, because the big one, i.e. this race, was still to come, and he looks quick enough now. That's him in the black racing tracksuit, kart number 1 with the green background behind the number.
Yeah, of course, Dave. The green background denotes that he is the national champion, and that's the big prize from this weekend's racing. When you take out one of these races, you are awarded the right to wear that green plate for the next 12 months.
I've talked about the fact that 16 years of age is the minimum age limit as we watch a terrific battle out there. There's McBride and Kuipers on screen. McBride in kart number 74. Yeah, talked about the fact that there's a 16 years minimum age limit in this class. What other specifications and regulations relate to senior national heavy?
Pretty much exactly the same as the previous class that we saw. We're still using that J engine with the Dunlop SL1 tyres. A bit heavier weight limit, of course, with the drivers being a little bit older, but basically exactly the same specifications as what we saw before. Now Stein, he's out in front and really coming under pressure from Matthew Waters.
Hope you're enjoying our coverage wherever you might be watching. And this is a good race once again. We've not been let down thus far. There's 4 drivers further back in the pack having a red hot go as well. Just great to see the young men and women, for that matter, of motorsport putting their best foot forward. Big weekend for them. Nose to tail they run. It's very much a feature of kart racing. Here we are back up front now. Daniel Stein and Matthew Waters are the protagonists with 5 laps to go.
These two have stolen the march on the rest of the field. It's very unusual for J Racing for 2 drivers to pull out like this. I would have expected at least 5 or 6 to be nose to tail for the duration of this event, but Stein's doing a great job out in front.
Simon cabling replay shows you just how close they're running together on the circuit. And of course the man in second spot just giving him a little nudge every now and then, reminding him that he's on the way, and the charge is on in earnest. Here we are, karts 1 and 2 on the circuit. No change in the order. It's Stein ahead of Waters. Dorado back there, sorry mate.
Yeah, Kuipers is now pressuring for that final podium spot. Dorado's holding it down at the moment, but Kuipers has really come into play, the West Australian.
Well, where is our man in second spot going to try and affect the manoeuvre? It's a little bit different than what we saw in the first event today, where the leader, I thought anyway, was just a little bit slower than the man in second spot. I don't think there's much between the two that are running first and second. On this occasion, Waters tucks in behind in the slipstream of our race leader, Daniel Stein. You can see it. They're separated by 1 inch.
Absolutely. Waters really giving Stein some hurry up. Stein, and from another racing family, his mum races, his dad races, his sister I think even races from time to time.
Sydney's Eastern Creek Raceway hosting the Karting Nationals. Cowpers